So here is Leucaena. This is Leucaena, and then this is Musangu. So I have them side by side here. Even though their leaves almost look the same, what you would notice is that Leucaena is more green than Musangu. Musangu looks a bit pale here. And also even I like the root system. If I put them side by side like this is the root of Musangu. This is the root of Leucaena. So both of these trees are very good for agroforestry as they fix nitrogen in the soil. And the big difference here is that Musangu, this root, when the tree is mature, can go up to 40 meters in the ground. So that's the big difference. On the other hand, as you can see, Leucaena has these tiny roots here. What happens is that when they start growing, they start spreading out in the soil, and makes Leucaena very useful for stopping soil erosion, because as they spread out in the soil, they hold the soil together. So even when the rain comes, even if there's flooding, the soil stays put. On the other hand, Leucaena, because of its root, it goes so down in the soil, and then it brings the moisture on top from the water table. So that means that crops that are planted under the Musangu tree get to benefit from the moisture it brings to the top. On the other hand, Leucaena, because of the properties of its roots, the way the roots spread out, it is very useful for live fencing, meaning that you can plant this with the boundaries of your farm, like of your maize field, and it will be able, to stop soil erosion and even be used as a windbreaker. But otherwise, these two trees are quite useful for agroforestry. For Leucaena, these leaves are very good for as feed for cattle, goats, and sheep. Actually, for dairy animals, these leaves can boost milk production by up to 70%. So what normally they do, they plant a lot of Leucaena, and then they cut the leaves off and feed them to the animals, the dairy animals, so that they can give more milk. On the other hand, Musangu is quite useful as a nitrogen fixer, and also when it drops its leaves on the ground, they can decompose and be used as like for organic matter, which is quite useful both for mulching and just for the soil fertility in a maize field. So this is quite the big difference between these two trees is the root system as well as the color of the leaves. Musangu is slightly pale, you can see from here. On the other hand, Leucaena is green, and also Leucaena is evergreen. It doesn't drop its leaves. It drops its leaves, but the leaves are evergreen even when the rain goes. Musangu, on the other hand, drops its leaves. The leaves fall on the ground and become organic matter. Yeah, so this is the difference between these two amazing trees that are both very useful for agroforestry.